It's the 15 biggest statues. This surreal statue looks like a giant bust of a man that has a block instead of a face. And although it looks just like a stunning piece of public art, there is actually more to this statue than meets the eye. The 81-foot-tall La Tête Carrière is also a functioning library. Inside that big old blockhead is 3 floors of books that anyone can go inside and check out. To visit this squarehead library, you have to make your way out to Nice, France. At the foot of the Batu Caves in Selangor, Malaysia, stands one of the tallest statues of a Hindu deity in the world. It stands 140 feet tall and was made from more than 1,550 pounds of concrete, 350 tons of steel, and 300 liters of gold paint. It took 3 years and $626,000 for this statue to be constructed by 15 sculptors. It was opened in January 2006 during Thaipusam Festival. The Statue of Liberty is an iconic statue sitting on Liberty Island right outside New York City. That name is actually a nickname. Its official name is Liberty Enlightening the World. It was built by the French and given to the United States in 1886 to celebrate American independence from the British. The sculpture is made out of copper and was initially a dull brown when it was first constructed, but slowly began to age and turn green as the years go by. The green comes from a layer of patina that naturally oxidizes on copper, and it actually protects the copper underneath from aging. This dynamic statue stands above a cliff in Manado City, Indonesia. It was thought up by Saputra, an Indian real estate developer. It took over 3 years and $540,000 to build. It stands a total of 158 feet, including its steel pedestal. It is one of the tallest statues of Jesus in the world. The African Renaissance Monument is a 49-meter-tall bronze statue situated on top of a hill known as Colinas des Mameyes, right outside Dakar, Senegal. It was built overlooking the Atlantic Ocean and designed by Senegalese resident Pierre Goudabe and President Abdoulaye Wade, but was actually constructed by North Korean company Mansudae Overseas Projects. It was completed in 2010 and celebrated the 50th anniversary of Senegal gaining independence from France. It is currently the tallest statue in Africa. The Motherland Call statue was built to commemorate the Battle of Stalingrad during World War II. It's built on the city of Volgograd in Russia. It was built using more than 7,900 metric tons of concrete and was presented in 1967. The statue is 285 feet tall, making it the tallest statue in the world when it was revealed. The sword alone measured 108 feet tall. Unfortunately, the statue seems to be suffering structural problems due to water levels in the ground fluctuating. It has shifted 20 centimeters, and if it moves anymore, it could collapse. The Great Buddha of Thailand is the tallest statue in the country, standing at 302 feet high and 210 feet wide. It is completely constructed out of concrete and covered in gold paint. It took 18 years to build, and the temple it's connected to is home to Hell Park, which is a group of statues that graphically depict the hellish fate that awaits any sinners in the afterlife. This is a tall statue appropriately commemorating one of the tallest rulers in history. Peter the Great stood at around 6 feet 6 inches tall, and this statue stands at 321 feet. The 100-ton statue was erected in 1997 to commemorate 300 years of the Russian Navy, which Peter the Great established. Although it is the 8th tallest statue in the world, most of the attention it gets is about how ugly it is. In 2008, it was voted 10th ugliest building in the world by virtual tourists and included a list of world's ugliest statues in Foreign Policy magazine. This breathtaking statue stands at a whopping 320 feet tall. It depicts Gushan, Ganyin of the 1,000 Hands and Eyes, and stands in Changsha, Hunan in China. The Chinese government invested 260 million yuan, which equates to more than 39 million US dollars. The entire statue is gilded with bronze. The Sendai Dakinan that represents the Japanese Buddhist Bodhisattva. The 330 feet tall statue stands on top of a hill in Sendai, Japan, and can be seen from almost any point in the city. Sendai Dakinan holds a jar of water in its left hand to represent wisdom and a wishing jewel in its right hand. Inside, there's an elevator that will take tourists all the way to the top of the statue and have a vantage point of the entire city. This statue was built in the Henan province to honor the Chinese emperors Yang and Huang. Construction was started in 1987 and took 20 years to complete. The Chinese government spent the equivalent of $22.5 million on the construction of this 347-foot tall statue. This sculpture is so large, a single eye on these statues is nearly 10 feet wide. This is a statue built in the image of Guanyin, the Buddhist goddess of compassion. It was erected in Henan province in China in 2005. The statue itself stands at 354 feet high, but including its pedestal and building that it stands on gives it the height of 443 feet. It took 6 years to build her to completion. When it was opened, it was enshrined by 108 monks from several Buddhist groups from Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and mainland China. Yushiku Daibutsu is a 364-foot tall statue located in Yushiku City, Japan. The name roughly translates to Great Buddha in Yushiku. This statue is an incredible landmark that can be seen from around the entire city. In total, the statue stands at 390 feet tall when you include the 33 feet tall base and 33 feet tall lotus platform. The weight of this statue is more than 4,000 metric tons, or 8,825,000 pounds. Inside of the statue lies a 4-story museum that is dedicated to Buddhism, Buddhist studies, and a viewing window that looks out from the Buddhist chest. The Laikyan Sekya Buddha is on the top of the 3 tallest statues in the world. It towers over Katakan Twang in Myanmar, around it at 381 feet tall and stands on a 44-foot throne. Construction on this statue began 20 years ago in 1996, and it was not completed until much later in 2008. Around the huge standing Buddha are several smaller statues of Buddha. There is the 311-foot-long reclining Buddha right in front, and slightly further away, a smaller Buddha riding on 4 elephants. Little Buddha statues dot the sites, more than 1,000 of them. The Spring Temple Buddha is currently the tallest statue in the entire world. It is located in the Zhaokan Township of Lushan County, Henan, China. It's a statue depicting Vairocana Buddha and was built in 2002. It was specifically constructed to attract more tourists to the area and stimulate the local economy. It stands at a total of 503 feet tall, if you include the 66-foot lotus pedestal and 82-foot building it stands on.